Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Thank you, everybody, for hopping on here tonight. Whether you're watching this recording or on here live, just thank you for your time. Someone that cared about you asked you to hop on here to see what Q Sciences is all about. I am Becky DaMoude. I am a silver leader here at Q Sciences. I partnered a little over a year ago. I'm a wife and mom of these three amazing boys, 17, 12, and 9. And it really, my journey kind of got me to look at Q Sciences because of this little one right here. He is not only a NICU baby, he's my second NICU baby. I think his brother prepared me for the next stay of 100 days as he came in as a 28-week 1-pound preemie. And ever since then, it has just been a journey that we take one day at a time. I am a children's special needs advocate, especially, for this little one, with everything that he's went through these last 9 years. He's totally transformed everything. He is definitely one of my biggest whys that has brought me now home. And thanks to Q Sciences, I work now from home, being able to help others earn an extra income, get healthier, all those things. So we're going to jump right in here and talk a little bit about what is Q Sciences. So Q Sciences actually was founded in 2012 by our amazing CEO and founder, Mr. Mark Wilson. He is one of the most humble people that I have ever met. You would never know that he is a 2-time Super Bowl quarterback champion with the Raiders because he's just so quiet. I've got to spend countless hours in January at a lodge retreat. Got to spend time with his wife, his son, his daughter-in-law. They just have an amazing family. And he just has this huge vision of making an impact in as many lives as he can and helping us to make impacts for our families and for generations to come. So he founded our amazing company. And it was when he partnered with our now president, Jake Spencer, and kind of changed a little bit of how we were doing things into the network marketing space that we are today in the January of 2018. And since then, we've just had crazy momentum. When you hear ground floor timing, maybe you've been around the network marketing industry, maybe you haven't. I never really understood the full impact of what it meant by ground floor, what it meant by when you're in that S curve, being at the bottom where we are, where we're just starting to climb the curve of this wave of momentum, to be a pioneer here, to make a huge impact. When we relaunched, we've had over 700% growth. In just these last 4 months in 2021, we've doubled compared to where we ended in December of 2020. Through the pandemic, this was the hugest blessing for our family, not only in our health, but also financially. We are now in over 20 countries, continuing to grow leaps and bounds, and it's just been such an honor, so grateful to be a part of it. But it really starts with also having amazing products, right? So you got to have an amazing product that makes an impact in the lives of so many. And our Chief Science Officer, Dr. Stephen Kimberly, it was a huge answer to our family's prayers. He not only is a brilliant board certified internal med physician, but he's also a naturopath. And he was the former senior editor at WebMD for over 15 years. He's practiced these integrated medicine for over 40 years. He totally knows how to capitalize on market trends with cutting edge technology. He's always on the forefront of what he can do to make it the biggest impact in people's lives. And through this last year, he continually was on the forefront of improving and enhancing products, coming out with new products with everything that was happening. So we have a full suite of products. I'm not going to dive into every single product, even though I could, because I'm super passionate about each and every one of them and what I've seen them not only do for our family, but through those, I've been able to be a part of their journeys, and just different individuals that I hear their stories left and right that just gives me absolute goosebumps. So on this top line here, this is our full spectrum hemp line. And then we also have our non-hemp line, which is all of our nutraceuticals that are natural, and they have a specific purpose. We are in, fitness, weight management, immune building, mental health, the gut health aspect, that I'll be diving into some of these of our favorite products and the biggest that have made the impact in our lives. But it really starts right here with our Q Core supplements. And that's exactly what it is. It's our core. It's our head to toe. And it was this awesome little gem right here called Q Max Premium that got my attention to first look at this company. And when I saw and heard so many testimonies after testimonies after testimonies on the impact that this one product alone was doing, I had so much hope for what it could do with our child with special needs. You see, he had started his journey very premature, as I mentioned, but it was really about 6.5 years ago when they diagnosed him with what his conditions are today. One being verbal apraxia, where he is completely nonverbal. At the age of 3.5, we weren't walking. And it was just like, what could we do? So we started on that therapy path of, PT, OT, and speech. Well, about 2 years ago, the insurance said he's not making enough progress. So no more therapy. And I thought, what are we going to do? How are you going to ever make progress, right? And as a parent, that is like the worst feeling ever, not being able to help your child. And so when I had seen what this had done for several of my friends' children and for them, I had so much hope. Like, what if this could be the missing link? Because this powerful packed, not only a multivitamin, it is a brain health supplement. Its original study on this original formula had over 30 studies on that brain mental health, the traumatic brain injury, all these different mental health things of, whether it's mood, whether it's stress levels, whether it's depression, anxiety, autism, ADD, ADHD, you name it. And I thought, wonder if this could help. And you guys, I'm telling you, in 2 weeks, we noticed a huge improvement in his focus ability, in his speech, because in his apraxia, it's the ending sounds, the middle vowel sounds that are really hard. So since most people can't understand him, he's usually just kind of a one-word boy. Well, we were starting to see more words. But the biggest thing we noticed in 2 weeks is that he jumped for the very first time. He's never been able to jump. So if you're mom, grandparent, dad, grandpa, whatever, you know how kids are jumping everywhere. Not Clay. He would bend down with all his might and try to jump, and nothing would happen. And in 2 weeks, we had him do the same thing. We were at our chiropractor and he was holding his hands and he jumped and his feet come off the ground. It's only this much. But to see him light up in his confidence, I'm like, what is going to happen if this has only been 2 weeks on this journey? So it is paired with our second product in the Q Core, and that is the Align. It's a natural herbal formula that is a natural anti-inflammatory. So I used to think inflammation was kind of like my husband. He's got a really physical labor job on concrete all the time, aches and pains. Never really understood inflammation at the cellular level. That can prevent you from losing weight. That can lead to different autoimmune things, depleting your immune system. If you look at inflammation, just like gut health, it's linked to so many things. So it's helping your body heal from the inside out. While we never claim to cure, treat anything, it's amazing when you give your body those key nutrients that it can absorb, what can happen. And then our probiotic is our gut health. Your gut's your second brain, helps with the digestive system, helps with your mood, your sleep, your immune system, all those good gut bacteria that it's just continuing to replenish. But then in September, I was so excited because my middle one doesn't really like to swallow capsules, and neither does Clay. So I was opening these up, but we came out with our Kids Core, and it is a powder formula. So even as an adult, if you don't like to swallow capsules, I have so many friends that also do the Kids Core, and it's in grape and fruit punch. You can mix it in a smoothie. You can just put it in yogurt. Some people put it in peanut butter jelly. I have a friend that actually made gummies the other day. It's just phenomenal. And it fills in those nutritional gaps for our kids. It boosts their immune system. It gives them probiotics, elderberry, all those good things that, being on the go, sometimes you don't always get all the nutrition that we need. And even if you ate all organic, our food sources today are not what they were when our grandparents were our ages, right? So it just fills in all those gaps. But it's really, I have to say, for my 12-year-old, improved his scores so much in school. He used to have a lot of test anxiety, a lot of anxiety about, reading and just all those things. And he took his tests again yesterday. He's like, Mom, I improved by like another 29 points. And that usually doesn't happen because he just really struggles with that testing aspect. So then next I want to jump into our weight management, and that's what it is. I don't really like to say weight loss because maybe it's you want to put on some muscle tone, weight management, but we have personalized workout programs with our MyQFit program and with our amazing trainers, Kimball and Stacy. We have nutritionists, instructional videos within our app, specialized meal plans, which I love as we're super busy. I love to cook, but I love it more when somebody plans it for me. The accountability and connection also. So it's very integrated with our community that we have here at Q, as well as any trainers when you have questions. So if that's something that you love about fitness and apps and all that, you would absolutely love our MyQFit app. But we have meal replacement shakes, pre-workouts, recovery creams, whatever it is to kind of fit into that. My next favorite are these oral sprays. One, because of the easy usage, but here's what I didn't know is spraying them underneath the tongue is the second fastest way, other than going and getting those like B12 shots, which are no fun, to put them directly under your tongue, and how it's instant delivery of those benefits for problem solution oriented issues. Sleep, it's our number one product in our spray, and number one product in Australia. Maybe they don't sleep over there, I don't know. But the sleep spray does exactly what it does. Within a couple sprays, lights out. Awesome. But it leaves you so you're not waking up groggy, like you're waking up refreshed, you're feeling good. But then we have those focused things to boost immunity as well with your vitamin C and zinc, your vitamin D3, and then I love the B12 for mood, just to give me that extra energy in the afternoon. I just had a friend share today. She's loving the boost spray. It's boosting metabolism, helping block those, help those blood sugars with their balance and blocking those cravings. So I love that. And then Q Relief is just one that goes everywhere we go, because with boys, you always need relief for sure. But before I dive into our full spectrum hemp, I would like my friend Shannon to unmute. And Shannon has just been on the products probably about a week. And I would love for her to share just a little bit about what she's noticed in the few products that she's taken so far. Let me get her unmuted here. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So I started this by ordering the Q Core. And a couple things that I've noticed right away are the energy level that I have. That's made a huge difference, and it was immediate. And the other thing is I normally have bloating all the time. And with this, I don't feel bloated at all. Not even if I do have a pop or something that usually causes that. So those are the two things I think that I noticed right away. A couple other things that I tried was the hemp honey, and it was pretty amazing. It's an immediate calming effect, and it tastes amazing too. And then the Q Fuse, which is something Becky's going to talk about next, but just instant stress and anxiety relief. So I think after just taking it for not even a week, those are probably the things that I noticed right away. I'm really excited. And my children are taking the Kids Core too. So I guess getting them to explain what they're feeling might take more time, but.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's the thing that I love too, is that you notice those instant benefits. It's not like you're, saying like, oh, well, how long is this going to take? Now, everybody's a little bit different. Everybody's journey is a little bit different. But honestly, we could tell a difference when we first started too. One of the biggest things that I was super excited about was the hormone balance. I've always struggled with hormone issues, my high cortisol levels, I think just from being stressed, from not only having 3 boys, but my husband and I also own a traditional business, and then just having a child with special needs. There's just ups and ebbs and flows that goes with that as well. But we do have 2 products that I did not mention, the men's and women's Vitalize, that are adaptogen herbs for for hormonal balance. So if you struggle with that, definitely get with the person that invited you here. But then it was this full spectrum hemp. This was the other product that really got my husband and I's attention to look at this company. And what we did not realize until we were educated on it is the impact that full spectrum hemp can have on your health, and the differences of things that are out there. But also knowing, at first, many years ago, my husband and I were like, and we're not going to give our kids hemp, right? Everybody thinks marijuana, THC, it's legal. I'm going to fail a drug test. I'm going to get fired from my job. And that is not the case if you truly look for a product that and educate yourself. So we all have this amazing system called the endocannabinoid system. I'm not going to go in details, but basically it's a head to toe receptor system, all those nerves, all those neuroreceptors that we have. So this full spectrum hemp affects everybody a little bit different. How it helps my son with his neurological struggles, how it's helped with his focus, how it's helped Shannon with, like she said, her stress and anxiety is different than how it's helped with my hormones, with my husband's sleep and his pain issues. And so it affects everybody just a little bit differently, depending on where you're needed supported the most. And where it's supporting you one month, you might notice a little bit different the next month. But the key things that I want to point out is why we're different, why Q Science Hemp is the best of the best. It is the magic in the bottle. And it really comes from our newest BioSync technology that was just launched in February. And it is a patented technology with a 100% delivery. My husband and I had our son on a previous product for about 3 years. And when my friend Kalina shared this with me, I reached out to that company and asked them to provide this kind of information for us. And it was very eye-opening that the absorption rate was anywhere between 6 to 10%. And so there is CBD all over. And the key thing to look for is, what is their absorption rate? If it's formulated with an oil, it's probably got a pretty low absorption rate, because guess what? We're not made up of oil. But the thing else I love is the immediate onset. Like Shannon mentioned, if you're having some anxiety going on, you're having a lot of stress going on, discomfort, you're not able to sleep well, you don't want to wait an hour for that to work, right? You want that immediate relief, that immediate onset. My son is in track right now. He really overthinks everything, overprocesses, sometimes gets a little bit stressed. And I can tell you that this has made a huge difference in calming him before his meets. So we have the full spectrum hemp, which is 1,500 milligrams of hemp plus 300 milligrams of CBD. So we are utilizing the entire hemp plant, just not like one piece of just CBD. And then we have topical creams. The Excel is amazing. It gives that warming, cooling factor. We have our pets, so we don't forget about them with their anxiousness, maybe their discomfort. We have a German Shepherd that's getting older. It's totally helped him get through the winter in the Nebraska weather that we have here. We did not think he would probably make it through, but with this full spectrum hemp, I have no doubt that gave him a whole new lease on life. We have roller balls, and then our other favorite is our water enhancers. These are a broad spectrum, no THC, and we have Crave, Calm, and Hydrate, and they do exactly that. Each one of my kids has a different favorite, and of course mine's the Crave. I'm a carbaholic and I love to curb those cravings. So maybe you're wondering, like, well, how do I get my hands on these products? How do I get involved? I know friends and family that have XYZ, or they struggle, or maybe you're looking for an extra income, like I was looking for an extra income, because it was truly, when I saw this business plan and the compensation plan and everything about this company, I knew this is what I wanted to be partnered with. I wanted to be able to serve others, make an impact, help other families out there who may be going through some of the things that we were going through. But you can get started if you're just thinking, I need to focus on my health. For $10, you can get the same prices that I get as an ambassador. You do not need to join our company just to get the cheapest price. You can enjoy your products at the wholesale price. We've got ways you can get free shipping, as well as earn rewards points for free products. And who doesn't love free products, right? But maybe you want to make it extra income like I did. I don't want to go back to work and work that 9-to-5 job. I realize now, after being home for 6 years, on how much I missed out. My oldest will be a senior next year. And I realize all these different milestones I missed out when I was working that full-time job, having to say no to so many different things, having to take him to daycare. And I didn't realize, I thought that was going to be my norm, that we were always going to be a working mom and dad family. And when I came home and experienced now that freedom to be at anything and everything and not have to tell my kids no, that is priceless. To go to a track meet on Tuesday and then 2 concerts and then be able to substitute teach at the school and be there for my juniors award ceremonies yesterday at 2:00 in the afternoon, not have to ask time off. That's why I do what I do. And I want to help other people do that same thing, to find their passion, to help others, to be there for their families. And so ask yourself, what would an extra paycheck do? What if it is an extra $50 a month? Is it $500 a month, $5,000 a month? For $40, you can partner with us. And we have amazing systems to help you get started. 4 ways that we earn with the most amazing, generous compensation plan that I have ever seen. We're all e-commerce, so I don't lug around inventory. I don't get our family into debt. I don't have to do monthly parties or bug my friends, but I do things like this because I want to spread the word. I want to make an impact. I want to help other people like Shannon feel better. I want to help others make an extra income. But it's really this also last thing that you see here, this financial freedom movement. We get free financial coaching with certified financial advisors. And this last year could not have came at a better time for my husband and I, with us both being self-employed, on how much Sarah, which is Jake's wife, and her team helped our family with getting debt paid off, getting savings and retirements in place, helping with life insurance policies, increasing our credit scores. I just cannot say enough about that. But I do want my friend Jamie to share a little bit about her story. She's been here a very short time. She is a nurse. She is a mama on the go. She is making huge impact. She was actually just recognized in our top 10 of our company this last month. Jamie and I were complete strangers, and now I don't think we go a day without talking. So Jamie, if you could share a little bit about your story, I absolutely would love just to have you share, what Q Sciences has been like so far for you and to have this extra income.
Hello. Well, first of all, I'm Jamie. I'm an RN. I travel, so I take contracts, but usually I take them close enough that I get to go home every night. This one is a little bit further away, so I spend 2 nights away from home. This has all gotten me thinking that I don't want to do this all the time. I love my job. I love that I'm a nurse, but if you're a nurse, we work our butts off. And sometimes our family has to sacrifice. So I joined in January. And since then, last month or 2 months ago, I brought home $700 extra in a month. That's amazing. I am super impressed with the way the company has it set up for you to succeed. Nikki, Barker, and Becky, they have been super helpful. Like, I didn't even know what I was doing the first month. They're like, hey, you need this to do this and this. And so I did it, and I'd get promoted, and I'm like, woohoo. But so I'm learning the ropes. I'm learning about hemp oil because I was very, very skittish about that as well. And now it's funny because I meet different people all the time, and they're like, hey, what are you taking? And I'm like, hey, you want to try some? And then they order it. Like, it has been so life-saving for me to be able to feel better and help people at the same time and also earn some money. The financial freedom movement is awesome because, everybody has debt, and that's what I am working to get rid of. So we don't have to live from paycheck to paycheck. I've had 2 meetings, but the second meeting was rough. You have to tell them everything you spend in 2 months. And if you've ever had to do that, I felt like I was 12. Like, I was getting all defensive. But it was an eye-opener for me. And then they've also put a plan in to help me get out of debt. What to pay off first, what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And that's what we need. Society is so fast on, oh, you're approved for this loan or you're approved for this loan. And you can't really do it, but they say you can, so you do. And then it just barrels up and gets more than you can handle. So I have been very blessed by Q Sciences.
I love that so much. Yeah. Like you said, Jamie, it's, you just don't know what you don't know. And so you're like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing? And that was me after having my first call with Sarah, that I was like, wow, I had no idea. Or she's like, why do you have this? Or why do you have that? And I was like, I don't know, because somebody told me to. And so I just think that that is, to have somebody helping you with that. And that comes with $40 to start your own business.
Mhm.
And if you ever, my husband has a traditional business, has had since pretty much I married him. And I can tell you it costs a lot more than $40 to get started. And so I love that they're there to help with anything and everything. Because same thing, is what do you pay off next? What should you do here? What should you do there? And once you start to reach our 5th rank, which is where Jamie is headed, you start having bonuses that are paid towards your debt or retirement of choice. And so when that happened, I was like, oh yeah, just put it towards our mortgage. And Sarah's like, no, invest that money. And so this last year, all of my bonuses went towards our retirement plan, which then in turn helped us on our taxes. And so all those things that I had no idea that they help you with, they truly are about the 5 F's of your faith first, your family, your friendships, your fitness, and then your finances. And it's all about getting that financial house in order, because financial illness is the real deal. And I guarantee whether you yourself was affected, somebody you knew was affected by what happened in this last year. And so that's why I feel that no one cannot be blessed by an extra income every single month. You just never know when that plan B will need to shift and become your plan A, because that's what ours was 6 years ago by choice when I chose to come home. And to now have this kind of an opportunity, and there's days it feels like work, but this doesn't feel like work. If we can share and make an impact, and I can help Jamie's family and Shannon's family and Nikki's family, like she mentioned, that's why we do what we do. And we have a community that you're surrounded with like-minded individuals that just want to make a difference, to be able to leave a legacy for their family. So I just really want to thank you all for hopping on here. One of my mentors always said the most expensive thing you can own is a closed mind. And that's what I had for a year. I did tell my friend Kalina no for an entire year. I would not look. I'm not interested. And now I think, what if? But what if I would have not just said, what if, and taken a look? Just alone the products, what they've impacted the life of my son for the future is worth, you cannot put a price tag on that. So maybe you're thinking, gosh, I know some people that I could share this with, or they need this product, or they would benefit from this business. Tomorrow night, my dear friend, Amanda Creamy, is going to be sharing her story. It is amazing. She's an OBGYN nurse. And it's just been phenomenal for her family. She is a fellow neighbor over in Iowa. Same link, same time, 8:00 Central Time tomorrow night. And so if you have somebody, share the link that you had, get back. The person that invited you here is going to get back with them, or you can reach out to them. But also don't forget to click that link to enter to win one of our amazing prizes that you could get entered with as well.